I need any more books? No. Am I going to show you them anyway? Of course. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm just going to go straight in. I'm going to show you the books I bought from my trip to Hay-on-wye, and also a few of the antiques that I got as well from one of the really nice antique shops. From the previous vlog, I showed you that I went to Addyman Books and Richard Booth's bookshop, which, oh gosh, I literally could have spent all day in there. I was in there for a good couple of hours, maybe like maybe not a good couple of hours, maybe for about one hour or two. Loved it. Only just realised that there was a cafe in there, I think, or something, or a cinema. I'm not too sure, but I didn't know where that was, unless their Google thing is their Google description is outdated. But anyways, yes, Hay-on-wye, I'm definitely going to be going back. There's not enough time to have a real look in the bookshops. Also, some of the bookshops weren't open when I was there. I want to go back for the festival as well, so, and the market, and yeah, just so many amazing bookshops in there, so I highly recommend it. So first of all, I'll show you, I think I showed you in the vlog, but if you haven't seen it, I'll show you what I got from Addyman Books. So I just got two books from here. First one is Cherry by Nico Walker. Again, like I said in the vlog, I'd never heard of this book before, never heard anybody talking about it. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit different for me. Like I said, I'm trying to, have like a never-ending TBR of books on my Goodreads, but I guess I'm trying to find, when I go into bookshops now, I kind of just want to see what's in there and see what's around, rather than just having loads of books on my radar. Because I'm trying to, I don't know, I don't want to fall into a trap of just reading things that I've seen. I want to actually, just be able to have a look myself. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, anyway, so this is Cherry. So I had no idea what this is about. Someone I spoke to in the comments in my previous video said it was good. So yeah, really pleased to hear that. So that's good. It's 2003 in Cleveland, Ohio, when our college freshman meets Emily and they fall hard and fast in love. But like so many young men with options running out, the Iraq war beckons. As an army medic, he is unprepared for the grisly reality that awaits him. His fellow soldiers smoke, they huff computer dust, and they watch porn. And many of them die. When he returns from Iraq, his PTSD is profound, and the drugs on the street have changed. Soon he is hooked on heroin, and so is Emily. With their money drying up, he turns to the one thing he thinks he could be really good at: robbing banks. So yeah, I picked this up because obviously I read the blurb and I was like, oh my wow, this sounds very chaotic. I haven't read too much books about war and things like that, because obviously it's quite heavy, isn't it? So I haven't read too many things about that. But yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting. Again, it was just one I hadn't heard of, so let me know if you have read it, and yeah, let me know if you liked it or not. And the next book is Call Me By Your Name by Andre Aciman, or Akiman, I'm not sure, or Aciman, not sure how you pronounce that. So again, yeah, this was in the same bookshop. Yeah, so this was out, and then I think the sequel was out next to it, and that sounded good as well. So I wanted to just see if this one was good. So I got this one, $4.95, which I thought was really good. And I believe, yeah, this has been made into a film as well. So it says, during a restless summer on the Italian Riviera, a powerful romance blooms between 17-year-old Elio and his father's house guest, Oliver. Unrelenting currents of obsession and fear, fascination and desire threaten to overwhelm the lovers who at first feign indifference to the charge between them. What grows from the depths of their souls is a romance of scarcely 6 weeks' duration, and an experience that marks them for a lifetime. For what the two discover on the Riviera and during a sultry evening in Rome is the one thing they both already fear they may never truly find again: total intimacy. So yeah, I guess it's going to be like a queer romance book. So yeah, it'd be interesting to read this, set in Italy. So be a nice, good summer read. And as I said in the vlog, I went to Richard Booth's bookshop, which I love. If you're in Hay-on-wye, highly recommend. It's such a lovely bookshop. It really is. Oh, it's just, yeah, very nice atmosphere. It has some amazing books in there, some wonderful literature. They had a lot of black literature, which I loved. A lot of good non-fiction books as well. Yeah, just a really great range of books, and I'll definitely go back. So yeah, as I said, I was in there for a couple of hours, so I will show you what I got. Actually, I can't remember now. Some of these books have got a bit of dust got a bit of dust on the top of them, and they've been in here for this long. The first one I pulled out, James Baldwin, If Beale Street Could Talk. So as you know, I read my first James Baldwin book in February, Giovanni's Room, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked his writing. I did see there was another version of, not another version, there was another front cover version of Giovanni's Room, and I was so tempted to get it because it was a beautiful cover, but I thought, I don't really have the money to be splashing like that because I already have the book, but I thought I would, I do kind of regret it because it was beautiful, the cover, but if I see it again, I definitely will get it. But anyway, yeah, so this is If Beale Street Could Talk. I think someone else actually recommended this to me, but to be honest, I read the blurb and I was like, oh yeah, this sounds like something I would probably read as well. So this says, Harlem, the black soul of New York City in the era of Aretha Franklin and Ray Charles. The narrator of James Baldwin's novel is Tish, 19 and pregnant. Her lover, Fonny, father of her child, is in jail accused of RAPE. Flashbacks from their love affair are woven into the compelling struggle of two families to win justice for Fonny. To this love story, Baldwin brings a spare and impassioned intensity, charging it with universal resonance and power. So yeah, definitely excited to read this one. Again, it's probably going to be quite heavy because of the themes of this. Want to delve into another James Baldwin. I believe they're making a biopic of him, I think. I could be wrong. I'm sure I saw it somewhere. They're making biopic. So that'll be interesting. Definitely had to pick up another James Baldwin. So much black literature. There was like I didn't get any footage, but there was like a big table of like black literature, and then like just loads, quite a lot of Toni Morrison. Yeah, I was really impressed. I really liked that. 'Cause, you know, some bookshops, you think, especially in like certain types of areas, they don't particularly have tons of black literature, which, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I was impressed they had that there. So yeah, we'll definitely, well, I don't think I'll get around to reading this soon. I picked it up anyway. Next in my little magic bag is Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. So this has been on my TBR for a while, as this was the Women's Prize winner last year, and I want to read this year's winner as well because it sounds like it's pretty epic. But yeah, I have had this, like I said, I've had this on my Goodreads TBR for a while. From reading the blurb, I thought, oh yeah, this is definitely something I want to read, and also because it won the Women's Prize, they tend to be pretty good books, don't they? So I thought I would pick this one up. So it says, a demon's birth begins with him looking like a little blue prize fighter. For the life ahead of him, he would need all of that fighting spirit, along with buckets of charm, a quick wit, and some unexpected talents, legal and otherwise. In the southern Appalachian Mountains of Virginia, poverty and addiction aren't ideas. They're as natural as the grass grows. For Demon, born on the wrong side of luck, the affection and safety he craves is as remote as the ocean he dreams of seeing one day. The wonder is in how far he's willing to travel to try and get there. Suffused with truth, anger, and compassion, Demon Copperhead is an epic tale of love, loss, and everything in between. So yeah, I think this is going to be a very special book. I'm hoping it's going to be a 5-star because it certainly sounds like my type of book. It sounds very serious. Again, obviously it's going to be themes of poverty and addiction, which I find very fascinating to read. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get around to reading this one again, like I said. So I've got such a big TBR, but I can't help it. I can't help buying books. But yeah, this is a chunky one. This is over 500 pages. It might take me a while. I'm very, very, very much looking forward to reading this one. Next, I had to get this one because this has been on my radar for ages. And again, I know this kind of defeats the purpose. It was like, oh, I don't want to buy books which have, been thrown in my face and on Goodreads. But to be honest, I really, really, really do want to read this one. So this is I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. And this was the last copy. Oh, hang on, let me just get my receipt out. Yeah, this was the last copy like on the shelf. So, and I remember some woman in there, I kind of walked past her and she said something, I can't remember what she said, and I think she was like, oh, I was almost going to pick that one up, it sounds really good. And I was like, yeah, I've heard so much about it. I think this is about 39 women living imprisoned in a cage, like underground, deep underground. 39 women live imprisoned in a cage. Watched over by guards, these women have no memory of how they got there, no notion of time and only vague recollections of their lives before. As the burn of electric light merges day into night and numberless years pass, a young girl, the 40th prisoner, sits alone and outcast in the corner. But soon she will show herself to be the key to the others' escape and survival in the strange world that awaits them above. I think this might have to be bumped up. I definitely want to get round to this soon because this sounds so good. And also it's a very short book as well, and I find like reading short books just kind of helps me with not getting into too much of a slump, and you know, I can get that dopamine hit by finishing the book. But yeah, I'm very, very interested to read this. Let me know your thoughts if you have read this one. So next I've got Brown Girls by Daphne de Lassie Andriades. I hope that's how you pronounce the name. Look at this fun cover. This was on my TBR for a while, but I managed to find it in Richard Booth's, and this was £8, as this is a secondhand. Oh yeah, they do secondhand books in there. Yeah, so this was £8, so I thought that was good for a hardcover. And yeah, I really wanted to read this. Okay, so it says, if you really want to know, we are the colour of 7-Eleven root beer, colour of the charcoal pencil our sisters used to rim their eyes, colour of peanut butter. Brown Girls dives deep. Ooh, it's a bit of a tongue twister. Brown Girls dives deep into the lives of a group of young women of colour growing up in Queens, New York. Here, streets echo with many languages, subways rumble above dollar stores, and the briny scent of the ocean wafts in from Rockaway Beach. Here, girls like Nadira, Gabby, Naz, Trish, Angelique, and many others struggle to reconcile their immigrant backgrounds with the American culture they come of age in. Here, they become friends for life, or so they vow. Exuberant and restless, they roam the city that never sleeps, sing Mariah Carey at the top of their lungs, yearn for crushes who pay them no mind, and break the hearts of those who do, all while trying to heed their mother's commands to be obedient daughters. As they strike out further into the world and even further from each other, they will ask themselves, is it possible to reconcile where they come from with where they want to go and the women they are becoming? And will they still be able to find their way home again? In this unblazingly original debut novel told in a uniquely lyrical voice, Daphne Palassi and Andriades paints a stunning collective portrait of the journey from girlhood to adulthood, set against a backdrop of race, class, and marginalisation in America today. Brown Girls is an unforgettable love letter to women of colour everywhere from a daring new writer. Oh, what a write-up. So that sounds amazing. Yeah, so I picked this up because, this has been on my Goodreads TBR for a while, and I thought it would be so nice to read different accounts of women, like women of colour, especially in New York. So yeah, this will be interesting to read. I think, you know, either people who have actually young kids who have come over from different countries and how they are integrating into society and how that works and how they're treated from people, and yeah, just be so interesting to read. So I thought that was a nice one. I don't know if it's going to be triggering, it probably will be, but I thought it was a good bargain for £8. I think it's quite a short book as well. Like 200 pages, so quite short. So yeah, interesting. Let me know if you've read this one as well. And last but not least, we've got The Kingdom of Sand by Andrew Holleran. I've never heard of this book at all, never heard of it, literally was just browsing the shelves and I thought, wow, this sounds interesting. So, and this was another secondhand one as well, £7, which I thought was pretty good. It's in really good condition as well. Out in the drought-struck backwaters of rural Florida, the Kingdom of Sand's unnamed narrator lives a life of semi-solitude, enjoying the odd fleeting sexual encounter and the friendship of a few. His world is aging and the memories of another time flash, then fade. Visions of parties filled with handsome young men, the parents he chose to spend his life beside, the generation he once knew struck down by AIDS. But when forced to watch the slow demise of a close neighbour, he's drawn back to the here and now and his own borrowed time in this kingdom of sand. An elegy to sex and the body, but also a tragically honest exploration of loneliness and the endless need for human connection. The Kingdom of Sand marks the much anticipated return of Andrew Holleran. So this is going to take me obviously on a journey. I would have thought this is set around, you know, the 90s, 80s, 90s times. Obviously it speaks about the sad, you know, the AIDS epidemic back then. Yeah, I think I'll be really interested to read something like this. You know, I've watched programs like It's a Sin and Pose, which definitely go into a lot of depth around that time. Just being part of the LGBTQ plus community back then was just, oh gosh, like with the whole AIDS thing, it literally brings tears to my eyes, just how awful, like the whole, just how everyone was treated and how, yeah, it was horrendous. It really does upset me. You know, people just really needed help, and there was just so much homophobia, but well, still is homophobia now, but you know, so yeah, this would be a really interesting take, and yeah, I'd definitely love to get around to reading this soon. So those are the books, and now I will show you the antiques. I don't even know if they actually are antiques. They probably, I mean, I hope they are. Now I've only got 3 things. There was so much more I wanted to get, but I was trying to be good, and I mean, a lot of this was with my birthday money I spent anyway. So yeah, I got this little trinket dish. So this is from, I don't know what, Emile Henry. I have to Google that and see. I have to take the little sticker off the back. But yeah, I thought this was lovely, and it feels nice. It's textured, like there's speckles. But yeah, this was really nice. Oh, I can't remember the price of this now. Let's say it was like £12 maybe. I thought I could either put like my keys in there, or I could put my perfumes on there. It might be a bit small, or I could treat it like a trinket dish and put my earrings or my rings. I think this would be really nice on a desk. Yeah, thought it was really nice, really pretty. Then I also got this little vase. Oh, sugar. Oh god, I think that's okay. I also got this little vase, which I thought, you know, very similar colours. I love this sort of terracotta colour, nice warm. But yeah, I got this as well, which I thought I'm going to put some really nice flowers in or something. Just, you know, some decor pieces for shelves and stuff like that. So thought this was really pretty. Again, I think this was around £12 as well. There was so many like things like these, which I really wanted to get, but I just didn't have the money. But hopefully I can go back and I can, yeah, have a look again. But yeah, Hay-on-wye is amazing for like sort of like antique-y bits. Last but not least, I got this really beautiful plate, which I thought was absolutely stunning. So apparently this is made in Tunisia. I thought this was really pretty. Really liked it. It's obviously hand painted. Yeah, obviously I wouldn't be eating from it. This would just purely be decorative. I quite like the thought of collecting plates, you know, for like decorative plates. So I thought this would be the first one of the collection. So yeah, I thought this is really nice. I thought this is really pretty. I love the colours. And again, it's kind of, you know, I really just love the whole like terracotta, like nice warm colours. So, and with the blue as well, I think it really pops. So yeah, I got that. I can't remember how much this was. I think it might have been around, again, the stickers come off, but I can't remember, maybe, gosh, I don't think it was any more than £15. It might have been a bit more, but I can't remember. But yeah, I thought it was really nice. So that is it. That is all I got from Hay-on-wye. Oh, I should say, I don't think I regret it, but I think I said in the vlog that I was going to go back to that gallery and see about getting the painting, because I said I want to really invest like money into art. Not invest money, but like eventually I want to like get some real nice like art pieces, but mainly I want to focus on like black art, because I think it's important, especially me being a black woman. I think it's really important to have representation. Do you know what I mean? I think it's really important. But I didn't go back because I just thought, I'll leave it. I do have, I don't think you see it, but I do have that drawing there, which my husband's grandma, she drew like many years ago. I remember meeting her for the first time, and that was in her hallway. And I was like, wow, that's such a lovely picture. Like, and she's like, oh yeah, I drew that. I was like, what? Yeah, so now I have it. So yeah, I'm really happy that yeah, made it a home here. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. I hope you guys are well, and I'll speak to you in my next video, which will be a reading vlog. So I'll speak to you then.